Hi, I'm Candice Lapin. I am the founder of the Ladder Method, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about creating a really organized space for your child. We've been creating all these different posts for back to school, and in our next post, I really wanted to address helping your child carve out an organized space. So in this case, we're actually in my home office. Luckily, I had a carpenter build these shelves very recently, and so I had a lot of clutter because once I could take things off of the ground, I wanted to start organizing. But what I realized is, quickly things can get cluttered. So one of the first things, and we put this on a post, I believe on Tuesday, but one of the first things you're going to want to create in your house or find in your house is a really quiet workspace. So this workspace and this shelving unit happens to be in my home office. So it's really quiet. It's away from public spaces in the home. So one of the things that was ideal is this was also sort of like in an alcove, so it's tucked away, so nobody's going to come into an office, right? So number one thing is you're going to want to find a quiet space in your home. The next thing you want to really try to find is somewhere static. So you don't want your child, no matter how old they are, having to constantly shift. So what's nice about this is tucked away, and if you have a kitchen or you have a home office, a family study room, sort of what's equivalent to this might even be like a little alcove in your kitchen. What we sort of say to a lot of parents is what's hard about a kitchen is, eventually moms have to cook. So, what you're going to want to do is find something like this in an area of your house or create it. This could easily be created with some shelving from, even like IKEA or a desk that you can buy off of IKEA. So one of the next things you have to do is once you've identified the space, you have some adequate shelving and desk space, is that you're going to want to remove the clutter. So what I'm going to do is start taking some of this stuff away. So hold tight. And then another thing before I forget is this. So phones, and I know so many young kids now have phones, you really want to start teaching your child to take the phone and put it on the opposite corner of the room. You don't, especially if they're addicted at first, it's going to feel very stressful for them, but you're going to want to put it on the opposite wall, charge it up, and let them put it on airplane mode and let them be in charge of doing that. So we're going to want to take it and put it on the opposite side. So I am going to do that now. Okay, so now that we have an area with some static space, we've removed the clutter. I've identified, actually what I really like about this particular area in my house is that I have a wall. So one of the things I do around my house, funny enough, is that I will put things like in my office on the opposite wall, which you guys can't see, but we'll give you a little screenshot of it. Is I have a whole wall of brochures that I've done since the beginning of my business, which kind of like, it's like a timeline of progress for me. And what we want to do is really create that for your child. So after we've done that, and we've eliminated distractions, we've set up the shelving, we want to have a calendar. So this is for the benefit of your child. It's also a visual cue for them. It's really helpful. I have one myself. I'm going to show you what I have. So I'm taking this. I'm going to show you, this is smaller. We did another video where we had something much, much bigger. But in my case, because of the width of my desk, this is what fits. And I actually like it on my desk because when I sit down, I look at this first thing. So this is something you can get. It's $12 at Staples, really simple, and then I can kind of track bigger things on here. So I'm going to set that down over here, and then the next thing I'm going to do is in this case, got out actually some of my old awards from high school. I'm not going to show you the date because we don't want to date me, but okay, so the next thing is, your child gets awards and stuff, and the best thing you can do, I've got all of these framed from ages ago, but these are kind of bigger. So these are things that I would put on the wall. Look like these little awards I'm going to put here and here. And so it's like this little reminder to your child that, you know, even if that day wasn't a great day, this is something that they can look at and remember that, you know what, this might not be great, but look at how great I'm doing in these other areas. It's so helpful to have perspective and to constantly be teaching children the act of maintaining that perspective. Okay, so we have put up awards, we have cleaned the shelves, we've cleaned it of all the clutter. The other thing you're really gonna want is like pens and pencils in an area. So this is something I really like to have on a desk. So, you know, you wanna make sure that you have everything within reach. In this case, actually, I might organize it a little different. Hold on. This is gonna be over here, this is gonna be over here, this is gonna be here, the chair is gonna be here. And then like you add books as you go along. I've kind of cleaned this up because I'm trying to organize my books by color, but that's a little more advanced. You don't necessarily have to do that, but I really like the way it looks on a shelf, and I tend to try to color coordinate everything so it looks really beautiful and really clean, and it's clutter free, right? Like all of this is for more stuff eventually as they grow, but it's, you know, it's something easy to do and to create. And the thing about, you know, staying organized is one of the things we really try to teach our families is that it's about staying organized all the time. So you're going to want to teach your child, especially if you have a younger child, 7, 8, 9, 10, keeping it clean is a daily practice, right? You want to teach them that part of studying is staying organized, right? And that's one of the things we try to teach our children when we work with them is every session that we work with a child, not only are we helping them sort of plan their week, but we're also trying to help them stay organized. And it's a practice, right? It's something that we think is essential to do as often as possible because especially for children that have, you know, ADD or ADHD, any kind of clutter could prove to be so distracting. So the cleaner and the more organized and the more simple things are, I think the easier it is for them to just kind of sink into work mode. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you so much. And if you have questions, concerns, tips, DM us or send us an email at getanswers@theladdermethod.com. Again, I'm Candice Lapin. I'm the founder of The Ladder Method. Thank you so much for joining us. That's it. Thank you.